It's YoBo on location. What you think about that? Welcome to Life According to YoBo, day 51. This is what I was going to do. I was going to do the best of Life According to YoBo, but then I thought, I looked at the message for day 51. I said, shoot, I can't save this for another day. I got to get into this one today. So welcome. I'm going to get into it right away once I get these Clark sisters turned down. I don't have my book in my hand, but you already know the deal. You can get your book at YoBoProductions.com. So hold on. My husband is rushing me. We got an appointment this morning, but y'all come first. He just going to have to wait along with my appointment because this message is too good. It is called Pay Attention to the Signs. Signs are all over the place. Everywhere you go, there are signs. When you go to the market, there are signs. You know which aisle has the rice, which aisle has the beans, which aisle has the coffee and the cream, where you can get your cigarettes, where you can get your liquor. Signs direct us everywhere. When you go to the hospital, there are signs for the emergency ward. There are signs for pediatrics. And you know what? When you go to work, there's signs. There's signs for the women's restroom, signs for the men's restroom. Churches have signs. Remember, everything I do, go back to churches. Churches have signs. You see the Baptist church, the Methodist church, the Catholic church. You can't go through this life without seeing signs. But listen, you have to pay attention to the signs. Before I start reading, let me tell you this funny story. We were going to the Ontario airport, and I had eaten a lot of fruit that day. I was telling my son, drive faster, because like I said, I had eaten a lot of fruit, and fruit is 70% water. So by the time I got to the airport, I grabbed my bag. I didn't even have time to check my stuff. I took off, I ran into the airport, and I ran into the restroom, and whoo, you know how it is when you've been waiting a long time. It's like, whoo, thank you, Jesus, okay? I'm not trying to be gross, but y'all know how it is when you've been waiting a long time. So anyway, I walked out and I saw a couple men washing their hands. And I thought to myself, why are they in here? And as I got ready to wash my hands and another man came walking out, that's when I realized, fool, you in the men's restroom. I grabbed my suitcase. I darted out of there and never did wash my hands. I had to go into the women's restroom, of course, to do it. But what did I do? I didn't pay attention to the signs. I was so focused on doing what I wanted to do, or in that case, what I needed to do. I ignored the signs and went into the wrong restroom. So let's get into this message about paying attention to the signs. When we see a stop sign, we stop. Or you should stop. Some folk don't, but you should. When we see a yield sign, we pause for traffic. When we see a merge sign, we allow incoming traffic to come on in and join our lane. But when your husband been on a computer, he gets up and walk away. You go in to check something, and you notice that this fool has Googled how to commit murder and get away with it. We tell our neighbor that if anything suspicious happens to us, that the police should start looking at him first. Y'all know that happens. You see it on the TV shows. And the neighbor would say, well, she told me if anything happened to her, she left a letter in her china cabinet behind the teapot. It's addressed to the police officer. Look, unless my husband is mad at his boss and already told me he's getting ready to kill her, if I have told him I'm filing for divorce today, and then tonight he's Googling how to commit murder and get away with it, me and my kids are going to take a real quick visit over my mama's house, and we ain't coming back. Next time I see that fool, it will be in divorce court. So again, what we say, you don't pay attention to the sign. Signs right there, just like I ended up in the men's restroom. I didn't pay attention to the sign. There was another day I didn't pay attention to the signs, and I clearly recall I was driving down the street on my way to my cousin's graduation party from law school. I was on 68th Street. The party was on 39th Street. I'm just a driving, beautiful day. Sun was out, and I love being around family, so I knew all my family would be there. Oh, just looking forward to it. Next thing I knew, I looked at the sign, and I was on 91st Street. I started on 68th. Supposed to be going that way to 39th. I headed this way. And when I looked up and I saw 91st Street, I wondered, how did I get here? So I turned the car around. I went in the opposite direction, and marveled at the fact that I never noticed the signs. The first of which was, when I left 68th Street, first sign would have been 69th Street. And that would have clearly indicated that I was going in the wrong direction. But I passed 69th Street, I passed 70, 71, 72. I kept going. You see what happens when you miss the first sign? See, the first sign is he get mad at your mama and cuss your mama out. Your man cussing your mama out. That's the first sign. If this fool cuss your mama out, you know what he's going to do to you behind closed doors. First sign is, first month you dating her, she don't have all her rent money. And then this next month she don't have all her rent money. But she got her weave touched up. She got her fingernails all glittered up. She got her $500 purse in her hand. Those are the signs. When you ignore those first signs and you keep on going, let me keep reading. The first sign is going to tell you that you're going in the wrong direction. So on my way back, as I was leaving 91st Street, there was 90th Street, 80th Street, 70th Street, and every other street in between until I got back down to 68th Street. So you know what I said? All those signs I didn't notice. I didn't notice them going in. But one thing I've learned about this life, signs are going to be posted everywhere. The same signs you ignore on your way into a mess will be the same signs that will lead you out of that mess. That's Life According to YoBo, day 51. Just a message about paying attention to the signs. And it's okay. If you've been ignoring signs for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, what did I tell you? When I got down to 91st Street and I turned around, I saw it was 90th Street. I still had a ways to go, but at least I knew I was heading in the right direction. So if you've been putting up with a bunch of mess, a bunch of stress, and a bunch of BS, just turn around. Stop. Turn around. Head in the right direction. You still got a ways back to go, but at least when you get to 90th Street, 89th Street, 88th Street, I'm not at 39th Street yet, but I tell you one thing, you're going in the right direction. I knew I was going in the right direction, and eventually I'd get there. So stop, turn around. You're going the wrong way, boo. I almost said fool, but I don't want to do that. You're going the wrong way. Stop, turn around, pay attention to the signs. All right, I'm about to get left, so I got to go. See y'all tomorrow, Clark Sisters. All right, y'all be good. I'll see you tomorrow on location from Life According to YoBo. See ya. Have a good day. Let you see them. There they are. Uh-oh. Come on, sing, babies. There they are. Okay. Be good. Stop turning around before it's too late.